Hi Aries, this is your general tarot reading for Aries Sun, Moon and Ascendant or Rising sign for the month of August. And we're going to do what we always do, Aries. We'll shuffle the cards, wait on all the right ones to come out just for you. It's like you choose them. And in the meantime, let's talk about the energies that I'm sure you've been feeling since the lunar eclipse at the end of July. So, the lunar eclipse happened for you in the area of groups, friends, teams, social media. So Aries, what you might have felt is highly emotional in those areas. Maybe there was a moment with friends where it got a little bit dramatic. Or on social media, you might have entered social media and said, oh my God, they're all just pouring out a bunch of cray-cray out here. I need to step away, you know. Or hopefully it wasn't you that got highly emotional on social media and now you're saying, oh my God, I hope nobody saw that. How do I delete? Yeah, so there may have been, oh, two cards popping out there. There may have been an awkward moment, but you'll get over it, Aries. You sure will. It could spell the end of a period, you know, closing up, finishing up with a group. Some project perhaps that you were working on with a group of people. Time to end that, time to finish it and bring it out to the world. Something to do with friends. Maybe you do need to change your environment up a little bit, Aries, because there's something within a certain group of friends that just doesn't fit you anymore. It's had its time. You need to move on perhaps and find new friends, okay? Social media we talked about. The 11th house has a lot to do with your getting rewarded, getting merited. It's something that you've worked hard and you deserve a kind of recompense for it. And there may have been a moment where you felt that that's come to an end, where the reason now that you do things is not only for the money, or not only for the accolades, or not only for the fame. You're coming back a little bit now, Aries. It seems you've learned a bit of a lesson through this lunar eclipse, that it can't be all just about getting there, or just about getting in with the right people, or just about, you know, giving good face, or just about fitting in. It's the opposite that has to happen now. It's not about fitting in. It's not about letting your voice becoming lost in a crowd. It's not about dressing the same as everybody else. It's not about creating something and then feeling that you have to bend it, shape it, hammer it into something totally different so that other people might accept it. You're unique, Aries, and this month with the energy in the 5th house, the Sun, Mercury retrograding, saying, go back, my love, go back, stop. It's never been about pleasing other people. It has never been about trying to fit in. It has never been about the prize. It's been about the adventure. It's been about the journey. And it's been really about you blossoming and sharing something so you, something that has so much value and so much worth, that when you just stand alone and be that person, have soul, substance, then, ironically, then the rewards come. Then the friends look at you and they think that you're doing a wonderful thing. Then social media celebrates you. It's like, it's all the reasons now why you do the things you do are changing. It's coming from the soul. You have to go in to let something more soulful come out. And in order to really go up and climb and elevate to 11th house, to the highest stratosphere, to top status position, then you have to come down. To go up, you have to come down. To go out, you have to go in. It's like in, out, up, down. You have to know all the directions now, my love, and not push so hard outwards and not try so hard to be up there, be elevated. Because it's when you go in and down that's where the real good stuff is. You know, it's almost, there's an element here of that maybe somewhere along the line you've begun to give up on the person that you're becoming. I mean, you're blossoming, you're growing, your soul is emerging. But like I said, you could have kind of given up on that and said, this world isn't a soulful world. I can't give from my heart and soul because people just want superficiality. My friends just want me to fit in with the crowd. This team and work just want me to follow the tried and tested routes. There's no room for my uniqueness. There's no room for soul expression. But there is, baby. In fact, that's where you need now to give the most room to create, to enjoy, to have pleasure, to do things from the heart, to love what you're doing again. And once you do that, like I said, you'll blossom and the creative things you're doing will bear fruit. I mean, think of a tree. In order for a tree to really rise high, to bear fruit at the very top limb, it first has to remember to put strong, strong roots down. And it also has to remember that it has to blossom wherever it's standing. And that's you, my love. Don't look too far outwards. Don't look too far upwards. Begin to blossom in your life wherever you're standing. And you can do it, and you can believe in it again this month, my love. So that's the kind of soul energy that's been happening there, and it will carry through for the month of August. So it's wonderful. And humour, adventure. Life is an adventure, don't forget that. Life is just your story being played out creatively through the people you love, through the things you do, through your pastimes, through your pleasures, through lovemaking, through really engaging with everything you're doing in your life. That's your story. That, you know that song, if anyone should ever write my life story. Sorry for that, but you know where I'm going. It's if anyone should ever write your life story, it's about who you loved. It's about what you did and how much love and energy you put into it. With your children, the same, fifth house's children. Watch them grow, watch them blossom. Even if it's nieces, nephews, or kids that, you know, are in your family somehow. Take time and see how they approach life. They don't make it all serious and heavy. They're not trying desperately to move outwards and upwards. But yet they're inventing, yet they're creating, yet they really do meaningful things. So all things must have meaning. And that is your reminder this month, my love. And you, a fire sign, once the soul is ignited with fire, it can do magic. Magic, my love. So let's talk about some of the other things. Okay. You have Venus going into your 7th house of partnerships around August 6th. And that means that once you get back to doing everything we said from the heart, realizing that life is an adventure, that you're the author of your own life, so make it a good story, baby, then people will come and really begin to appreciate what you're doing. You see, when you're not so desperately looking for approval, and when you do something sincerely, then they come and say, I like what you're doing. In terms of love too, more playful, baby, more creative. Get back in touch with your lover for those in a relationship, and it will just go beautifully. And it's energy you need now to nourish your soul. For those looking for love, this could be a really great moment. Venus going into your house of partnerships. This is the time around the 6th of August to really get out there and engage with people, listen to them. But don't allow your voice be drowned out. You're beautiful, so it's not enough to just stand out there and be beautiful. Share things with people. Meet them halfway. Don't let them do all the talking. Tell them your dreams, tell them your desires. Tell them intimate things that matter to you. If you really like a singer that might be a bit cringe, but every time you're in the car you always put on their music and because it touches your soul and you don't want to let anybody know you listen to that. You know, all your friends might be into rock and you're there listening to country music. Share it. Because when you share it, you're going to attract somebody that will share that with you. So you don't have to hide who you really are. So it's a lovely time, Aries, to meet somebody who really can get you, get your sense of humour, get the quirkiness about you and all like that. Other things that are happening, okay, Uranus is retrograding in Taurus in your second house. And he's doing a nice thing there with Mars, who's also retrograding, your ruler, in the 10th house. So, okay, Aries, this could be a real time now. Around the 7th, say from the 7th of August, where you really begin to see something brand new and fresh opening for you in terms of your money and your career. It could be a pay rise. It could be something shocking that happens within your career that gives you a new opportunity to create something new. Now that you're fun and you're more with it and you're more soulful, perhaps that will be noticed by key people, key figures, people that you admire, that you would look up to. And maybe something good can come from that. Firstly, it may boost your self-esteem, but secondly, it could boost your finances in some way. So be prepared for that. The more soulful you are and the more genuinely creative you are, the more admiration it seems you're going to be getting from these key people, from the boss. Also, for those of you who are dealing with government officials or some, documentation, visas or something that you have to go through channels of authority, you may find that might run very smoothly. And there may be a shocking moment where, I don't know, something to do with government where you're getting money back, perhaps, or you're getting something worthwhile back. Might flow nicely this month, Aries. Maybe you're handing in your resume to somebody and you're saying, look, this is who I am, I'm sincere, I'm creative, I like country music, or whatever it is you're going to say. Share the honesty, and you might be surprised by how that pays off. Yeah? So if you're looking for a new job, honesty, a decent resume, and allow miracles to happen. Because you're saying, yeah, God, at this stage I think it needs a miracle, but don't panic, don't panic. The gods are on your side this month for those things. Now, Mercury does go direct around the 19th of August, so again, it just improves. Pleasure, fun things are happening for you. Some of you, it could be all about finding a new romance, I know I talked about love, but 5th house is about real, meeting somebody on a real soul level, maybe even a karmic love. And those in a relationship, it's time to rediscover that lovely, deep essence within each other again, and laugh, baby, laugh. Find the adventure, do something adventurous, Maybe you can do something a little adventurous indoors or outdoors. I mean, don't let me stop you. Whatever tickles your fancy, baby, but re-engage with the fun. Do. The sun moves into your 6th house around the 23rd of August. And this is all about you. Yeah, something to do with your work life. Perhaps you see an opportunity for a new job, or something works better within your work life. In terms of your health too, things will improve. And again, last month we were talking about getting structure and getting organized, getting a bit of organization onto your work life or your home life. And this month, it's like you have to go back, rethink that plan, rethink that structure, rethink how you may have over-structured or over-analyzed your life, and say, okay, step back, put more fun in it, allow more time for relaxation, allow more time, allow more space and room for creativity, allow it to be a schedule or, a way to do my day-to-day tasks that really are honest. I mean, if I'm somebody that likes sitting in the evening for an hour in my lounge gear, then schedule that in. Don't start doing something crazy that's just not you. You know, your day-to-day life must be more reflective of you. And like I said, your health will improve. But it's all building up to a wonderful end to the month, Aries, where there's a great sense of feeling more psychic, more in tune with yourself. You know, when you go back in and when you go back down to the root of yourself, suddenly there may be this great cleansing psychically too, which you began, was it 2-3 months ago? We talked about going in and clearing out some psychological trash. Well, you may find out that this happens again towards the end of the month, but it's more pleasurable. There's a moment where you just feel ready to let stuff go, ready to let old traumas go, some big fears go, ready to let some big hang-ups go. It's time. But again, it's not done with a sense of, oh my God, panic, panic, panic. I have to bring all of this stuff up to the surface. No, it's easier. It's lighter. And for those of you in a relationship, if your partner has been maybe concerned or worried about their finances, you might have a little psychic moment, a little hunch, where you get to sense how to maybe fix that for them. Or you might, I don't know, accidentally stumble across something and say, maybe this is the answer that you've been looking for. But it's something you will do that will help, certainly. I'm reading the card, or I'm shuffling. Mercury retrograde, words, not coming out right. I'm shuffling the cards and they're quite slow, Aries, but yet at the same time, I'm feeling you more relaxed. I'm feeling that you've gone through a bit of a weird moment with the lunar eclipse, but it's like I've just let a bunch of stuff go. And I'm happier about it. I'm letting it go and I can laugh some things off now. They're not so weird. I kind of get the joke. The universe, okay, at times it felt like it was playing a practical joke on me, but now I get the punchline. And the punchline was, laugh. Had a joke, you're supposed to laugh. So whatever that punchline is, baby, remember to laugh. It's supposed to be funny. And you know the universe has a weird sense of humour. It can get a bit quirky, but it's all designed just to give you a laugh. Slow cards, Aries. I'm going to have to, I was just about to say I'm going to have to choose the cards, and you said, oh no, I will choose. So here comes this card. The 10 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, and the 5 of Swords. There are a few other cards there. There's a lot of other cards, so I'll just put them aside. Maybe I'll read them. I'll see how long the video is. Okay, so Aries, by now, hopefully you are seeing the overview, the big overview, and let's begin. We begin with you feeling that something new is born in you, something more adventurous, something more humorous. A soul spark has happened. This is fire. This is your soul being ignited again. It's the card of new passion. So for some of you, that could come out as a new love. It could come out as a new life. Remember, 5th house is children. Some of you could really now be welcoming a new child into your world. And congratulations, Aries, if that's you. I really sincerely wish you every blessing with that. But this is newness, new beginnings, new starts. And bringing something to life. If there has been a project or something that you give your heart and soul to, that you've been afraid to put out there, or you felt that the energy was waning, it was being pulled back, Mars retrograding will do that. Here it comes. It's saying, come on, you haven't lost your energy. It hasn't lost its power. The thing you're doing is still on fire, baby. It's still there. But what's missing is the last detail. And the last detail is your belief in it. All the energy is in it. It's all your life, everything that you're passionate about. It's all there, set up, lined up, ready for you to go. The only thing, as I said, that has been missing is your input, your soul, your joy, your creativity, your love and passion. And here it is, it's coming back. And it's coming back because of the 11th house Aquarius card, an 11th house card. This is the lunar eclipse, everything we spoke about. The new passion, the reminder that now the last bit of this piece of the puzzle comes from your soul spark. Then you get to rise to the future. Hope returns. Excuse me. Hope returns. You're able to see again where you're going in your life. Opportunities come. New opportunities, definitely within your career, with making money too. This month, push, 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 add the fire. New opportunities will come and doors will kickstart wide open. I mean, this is the star. You look up to the star when you lose hope. Like Pandora's box, when the box was opened and everything was shit and it flew out, all the sprites flew out and everything looked worthless and useless and hopeless. But the last final remaining thing that was there was the star of hope. And this is what's coming to you this month, my love. A reminder not to lose hope, and that you have a huge part to play in igniting your future. It comes from you, baby. The universe will meet you so far, and then you have to put your little rocket on. What do you call those little rocket things that you wear? You know, jetpacks, yeah. You have to put your jetpack on, ignite it, and shoot for the stars, baby. Shoot for the stars. Find new love. You know, find new passion. Find new ways to express yourself. Find new future paths. Find a new belief that you're on the right path. And meet the universe halfway. Because in doing this, look, you're using a great wisdom. This is the card of the new moon, the 5th house. Everything we're talking about. Rediscovering some really meaningful and substantial things about you and your life that allow you to write this great story. You've closed a chapter in your book. The lunar eclipse has closed that. Like I said, you may have lost some friends. You may have lost some attitudes towards friends, teams, or groups of people. You may have suddenly, in all your wonderful wisdom now, particularly around the 11th of August, the penny will drop where you'll say, I get it. It's always been about what I put into my life. It's always been about the passion that I give lovers. If I'm meeting all the wrong people when I'm looking for love, is it because I haven't been really showing them who I really am? Have I been kind of playing a game, playing to the crowd? Yeah, playing to the crowd. You can't do that anymore, baby. It's got to be real. And in all your beautiful wisdom, you will bring that up to the surface. You will go in to bring it out. You will go down to make yourself rise. And you will watch this. This is the card of watching seeds being planted. So as soon as you reconnect with all that beautiful soul energy, you will then have an opportunity to see your money grow, your career grow, everything in your life grow. It's a period of growth. You're growing. You're certainly maturing. And in this growth, your future just kickstarts wide open. Now, again, in terms of money and finances, you could find that this psychic stuff that you're going through towards the end of the month really shows you. You'll have little, I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it moments. And you'll go back a little bit and treat your finances with more respect. We've talked about this before, Aries. Your self-worth and your self-esteem and your financial status are very closely linked. So use this wonderful energy that we're speaking about this month to infuse your self-esteem, to infuse yourself with more substance, so you have more self-esteem, so your voice isn't lost in the crowd. And use it also then to see how that's reflected back somehow financially. the more true you are to yourself, the more you will see your life grow and your money grow and your self-esteem grow. Now, this is an interesting combination. Here we have the happy ever after card mixed with the, oh my God, it's all falling down around me card. What the hell am I going to do? It's all collapsing, it's tumbling down. And it is. A lot of the stuff, Aries, you know, it's one thing to come here and say, do things from the heart, it's soul energy, it's soul energy. But these big transformations, they very often come after a period of calamity, of disaster, of complete breakdown. In order for something new to be built up, the old structure has to be broken down. And my love, I think you're going to feel that something that once made you happy is now coming down. Maybe it's an old love that's coming down. Maybe there's a sadness because you've seen that you don't fit into a group or friends or a team anymore. It's breaking down. And it might feel like your happiness is coming away, but what's going to replace that is a real better sense of joy in your life. This is a card of ultimate happiness, ultimate satisfaction, feeling that you've come through the worst of it. I mean, we had this card. She talks about often when the soul goes through a very dark period, sometimes going through hell and back in order to come out and return with the truth. You see, these two cards, these women, Persephone and Iris, you don't see her with a cup in her hand, but you see her. These women have been to hell and they've drank the waters in there, in Hades, and it was kind of like a truth serum, and you have both of them here in your cards. So it's like you're drinking down the truth. You've suddenly realized something very important, and you're now allowing all of the other stuff to fall away so that your cups are filled with something more truthful. You see, hope has been filling your cups. Truth has been filling your cups. And now that you're filled with hope, optimism, truth, joy, adventure again, then all the old bullshit can fall away. It's like you're supported now. And in that support of something very positive, you can let all the stuff that no longer serves you, all the stuff that was a sham, all the stuff that was not so positive, Aries, you can let it go. And sure, it will hurt. I mean, look at these guys. They're falling. And it might feel like a bit of a free fall, but don't panic. Really, don't panic. And I tell you why. The sequence of events here. The old structure is coming down. There will be a moment where you feel like you've been hung out to dry, that you're vulnerable, exposed. And of course you are, because all the big front that you put on, the big pretendy suit that you had on is gone. And something more softer, more honest, more true is coming. And it's vulnerable. You're exposing something deep, and there will be that essence of feeling like, I'm hanging myself out to dry here. I really am. I'm just leaving myself wide open here. I don't have anything to support me. I feel naked by trusting this process of expressing who I really am. But look, he is hanging there. This is a symbol often, if you see, the shape of how he's hanging is a Jupiterian shape. It's a symbol. And he's hanging from the tree of wisdom. Jupiter is the expansion of your life, the expansion of knowledge, the expansion of wisdom. And once he does that, once he allows himself, be vulnerable, be exposed, and be honest and authentic in a way that he's not done for very long, then see he gains wisdom, he gains enlightenment, and he gains a new perspective. He can see the world from a totally different way. And that is where you win. Aquarius, the Queen of Swords, the lunar eclipse cutting through everything. See, she has to come. The opposite of the 11th house, which was the lunar eclipse, is the 5th house. And the 5th house is all the energy we're talking about. That's what's been pushed for you here, love. That's where you're going. But the lunar eclipse on the opposite side has come and said, life has been hard. Friends have been cruel. Large groups of people may have been cruel. Stuff you found out on the internet about friends or family might have been a bit cruel. But I had to show you this. I had to show it to you so that you could go to the next part of your journey, so that you could believe in yourself again. I know life can be hard. I know it's tough. But when you sacrifice, when you let all the things fall away and allow yourself to be exposed because your cups have been filled with something more loving, with something more optimistic, with something more genuine. She says, I stand guard here beside you. Look at the center row. At the very end, she's saying, nobody can come near you. I'm protecting this. This is a protector. You'll re-engage with that essence again of feeling protected by the gods, by the universe, by whoever. You often get this card, Aries, that maybe you have lost that somewhere along the line recently, and it's saying, no, you're protected. While you're exposing the deepest parts of your soul, you don't get to do that without being divinely protected. Aries, that actually, I'm not going to do it, I promise I won't do it this month, but that actually really touched me there, because when you begin, see the center row, when you begin doing things from a more loving place and you go through the self-destruction, where you clear away the areas where you've been self-sabotaging and you surrender that. Once you do that, you're not alone. You're not alone. You never have been. Aries, if you felt that you've been doing all this alone, you haven't. You haven't. But it's just this month you re-engage with that essence. Here is the card of new love. I really believe, firstly, it's the new love that you're infusing your life with, that you're infusing your creativity with. Everything now is going to be like the Midas touch, touched and turned to gold, but gold from the soul. And everything, it'll be, just your whole life will just look differently because you're seeing it from an entirely new angle. And now you bring love to everything in your life. And because of that, new love comes. Now I do really, Aries, for those of you looking for love, this is very, very key. I think that there's a new love that could come from a Libra, possibly even a Leo, but maybe a very shy Libra or Leo. Somebody that's a bit fun and a bit innocent. And you like that quality about them because you're tired of looking at hard people, soulless people. You want to fall in love again with somebody who's a bit, I don't know, just a bit silly and innocent. It's their innocence you'll appreciate the most. And for some of you, there could be a real karmic soul meeting with somebody where it's like a moment out of the blue. You say, I found somebody that I could spend the rest of my life with. I found somebody that I can see myself settling down with, having a family with, building a future with. Even if you're in a relationship, there could be a moment where you're saying, baby, this is, I found the love for us again. We need to make this rock solid, which we kind of touched upon last month. We need to build our future and make it solid and secure. Infuse it with love. Infuse it with innocence. Take the hard angles away and just come back to it again, where we build our future, build our dreams from love. So it's all about love this month. Now, towards the end of the month, I'll say this. Something isn't yet finished. You do still recognize by the end of this month that you're dissatisfied and unhappy with maybe some friends, maybe some groups, maybe the reactions from somebody. It's something that's still stirring inside you and it needs to come out. It needs a fight. Aggression has been building. I mean, the lunar eclipse and Mars retrograding, particularly for you, my love, it's been building and you haven't found an outlet, or at least you haven't found a very healthy outlet. And what it is, it's that kind of anger and energy that has gone inside, and you might be finding how, you know what it is, Aries? Firstly, you might get really angry when you realize how you've been self-sabotaging your life, and you'll go into an absolute fight mode, rage mode. And that's okay. That's okay, because you need to do this. You need to let off steam, but you need to forgive. Okay, go in with all guns blazing. Be severe. Cut through the deadwood. Fine. But remember to do it with a sense of love. Remember to do it with all that optimism and truth that has been given to you. And don't be so freaking hard on yourself at the end. I'll repeat this. Don't be so hard on yourself, Aries. So, you've learned a bunch of stuff that you don't like about yourself. So what? Laugh it off, baby. Don't get so heavy. Just laugh. It's gone. By the end of the month, it's gone. Now, if there is something that needs to come out between you and another, have it out. Could get tricky, could get a bit gnarly, but you have to say it. It has to be said. Also, in terms of anything you're doing creative, if you're doing something creative with a group of people, you might find that you're unhappy with the way it's working somehow, and you've got to get aggressive, you've got to cut through, you've got to clear a path so that your voice gets heard. And if somebody needs to be silenced or brought down to size or told directly that they cannot speak to you a certain way, or they cannot shut you down in a certain way, then they need to be told. They need to be told. You can't just sit there brooding, all dissatisfied. You have to have it out. Aries, a few last cards here. Queen of Pentacles, attracting money beside the Page of Pentacles. The end of the month, it's all about attracting money. Attracting money through something that you're very good at, something that you've mastered, something that you have a skill at, which in turn leads you to see your whole new life possibilities. You've more confidence again in where you're going in the future. The King of Cups, mastering your emotions, feeling satisfied and content, feeling wiser in yourself once you let go of some of the heavier stuff that the lunar eclipse has brought up. It's a Neptunian card. Neptune is in your 12th house, Pisces. Could be that a Pisces or someone very, very psychic influences you positively. I hope that's me. It doesn't have to be me. I'm only teasing, Aries, but maybe it's just you. Something very psychic, like I said, at the end of the month might come out that inspires you again to be a leader in whatever it is you're doing. And what might happen is that you'll realize that the burdens get lighter once you master how you feel about what you're doing, how you feel about your life. The burdens will get lighter. And slowly and steadily, Aries, you're still working, still one step at a time, working towards making your future better. Aries, I love that. I'm going to leave it at that, my love, and I really wish you a fantastic, happy, soulful, and adventurous month. And don't go hard on yourself. Remember, at the end of the month, my love, laugh, 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 smile. Remember, my love, if this is the first time seeing my videos, then please do subscribe and come back next month and join me on Facebook, She Bear Tarot, Twitter, Instagram there too, because I'd love you to join our gorgeous community some really, really nice people there and the She-Bear Tarot community. And like I said, come back next month so we can unfold and unpack what's going on for the following month's Aries. As always, I love you, and I will leave you with a big smile. Now that's kind of like a fake smile, a big smile, and a lot of love. Mwah! Love you, Aries. See you next month. Bye.